and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by today's title, I will be doing a first impression slash foundation review slash demo for you guys because Lancome actually came out with a new foundation. This is their Miracle Cushion Foundation, which is a liquid foundation in a compact, in a jar. And no lie, I've never seen a liquid foundation in a compact before. I've seen powder, I've seen cream to powder, but I've never seen a liquid foundation in a compact. So this is something that really piqued my interest whenever I first saw it. So the color that I have today is 450, which is suede in for neutral, and this was the only color I felt was closest to my skin tone. It comes in 11 different shades, so there is a large variety of color. You have your cool, your neutral, and your warm colors. I haven't used it yet, but whenever you open it, there's like a little button here that opens it, and this right here is a little sponge, and the sponge is what you would use against the cushion. There's like this little cap to keep everything airtight, and then you have a sticker here. Ha! So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this sponge on half of my face, and then I'm going to switch over and use my regular foundation routine using my beauty blender, just so you guys can see how effective this little sponge is and the difference between both sides, as well as see the coverage that this foundation gives. So I'm anxious to try this out. I want to try it out on camera, and you guys can let me know what you think. Okay, so now that I'm all zoomed in, I'm going to go ahead and put my hair behind my ear so it doesn't get in the way. And I'm just going to start off by applying a nice primer because that's what I always do. My face is already washed and moisturized, so I'm just going to apply a little of my primer to the areas that tend to get oily. Okay, so I have the sponge and the foundation here, so I'm just assuming that you just press it in like this. Like that. Okay. And I'm going to use the mirror, so I'm going to do this side first. So okay, so it does already look a little dark, but that kind of worries me a little bit, only because I felt like the shade above, shade 420, was really light. But you know what, I'm not going to trip about it just yet because I still need to highlight and do the rest of my makeup, so it might all play out in the end. Okay, so far I do feel like a cooling sensation, and it is a light to medium coverage, and it seems as if they'll give you more of like a dewy finish. I definitely like the coverage. It's like a lightweight medium coverage, and it definitely seems like it's buildable. So okay, so I used the sponge already. Now let me go ahead and get into my beauty blender and see how it looks on this side. And you know, like now that it's starting to set a little bit, it doesn't seem as red as when I first apply it. So maybe I'm gonna like just give it a chance a little bit and see if it oxidizes while I finish doing my makeup and stuff like that. So I'm just going to use my beauty blender. Ooh, and so it definitely gives you quite a bit of product. And I'm just going to use a beauty blender on this side just to show you guys the difference. I will say that the foundation though is very lightweight. That's one thing that I do like about it, is that it doesn't feel as if though I'm applying anything to my face really. Like you can feel that it's wet, but it doesn't feel like you're actually wearing product, if that makes any type of sense. Okay, so now that I've applied the foundation to both sides, I would definitely say that right off the bat, I noticed that the cushion that actually comes in the compact works just as well as the beauty blender. You know, it doesn't apply or blend the foundation in any different than what the beauty blender does, so that's a plus. You don't have to go out and buy a different type of sponge, so you can actually use the sponge that actually comes in the compact. The foundation coverage that I see with this foundation is that it gives you more of a medium coverage that is buildable. It's not a matte foundation, it's more of a luminous, satiny, dewy type of foundation. So if you have oily skin, I would definitely say make sure to use a primer, because the fact that it already kind of gives you that dewy, satiny, luminous look, you don't want to look too greasy, if that makes any type of sense. So you can definitely set it with the translucent powder, but it feels like I'm not wearing anything. The one thing that I'm kind of concerned about is the actual color matching, but like I said, I have not highlighted, and normally around summertime I do tend to get a little bit darker. I'm just going to let this foundation settle in for a little while. I'm going to go apply my highlighter, do the rest of my face, do something with my hair, and then I will come back to show you guys exactly how the foundation looks and my overall final thoughts on it. Hey guys, so I'm back now. I have been wearing this foundation for a little over 2.5, almost 3 hours, and I must say I'm really excited about this foundation because I honestly did not know what to expect from this, because it's a liquid, it's kind of dewy, it gives more of a satin feel, but at the same time it almost dries like a semi-matte. So that's what I really like about it. I was more afraid of looking like a grease ball as it's like started to set in, but I will say that it dries kind of semi-matte. It has more of like a satiny feel to it, but it is completely weightless. I don't feel like I'm wearing anything on. I kid you not. Like, I have a little bit of highlighter here, but I honestly love the color that I'm actually rocking now, the 450 suede. I really like this color, because I was afraid that it would oxidize after an hour or two and that I would start looking orange, but I actually love the way it looks on my skin, especially with me highlighting and contouring. And if you see my hand here, it actually looks pretty similar. So it's not as orange as I expected it to be, or it didn't turn as orange as I expected it to be. I would definitely say that so far this is a great foundation for the everyday wear, because like I said, it's weightless. It feels like satin, it dries semi-matte, it kind of gives you that dewy look, and it doesn't give me that cakey thick feel like some of my foundations, the more full coverage foundation. I look luminous on my own. Aside from the shimmer highlight, my skin doesn't look dry. Like, sometimes with my full coverage foundation I have to spray like a Fix Plus or some type of like setting spray to kind of break up the foundation a little bit, to kind of give it more of like a revitalized, more hydrated look. But I like the fact that I look luminous and more hydrated just with that product alone. This foundation can still be rocked alone. All you have to do is apply some concealer to your problematic areas, set it with the translucent powder if you're oily, if you have oily skin. If you don't and you kind of want that dewy look. And also, this is perfect for those of you who may have dry skin, because it doesn't like cling on to the dry patches. It will actually give your skin more of that refreshed, more revitalized, more hydrated look. So that's a good thing. Like, I'm really impressed by this, y'all. I like the fact that it's easy and it's simple. You have your foundation and your sponge in one. As you guys saw, you don't have to take a separate sponge like a beauty blender or a brush. The sponge that's in this compact does an amazing job. I didn't do anything different to this side of my face, and I used a different sponge on this side of my face, and I feel like I got the exact same results, the exact same finish, the exact same flawless coverage. So I'm really excited about this foundation. I cannot wait to wear it a little bit longer and let you guys know exactly how it held up throughout the day. I'm really excited and impressed, and like, I honestly see this going really far. I'm really impressed, and I will continue to rock it because I love the way it looks. I'm excited. So I'm actually getting ready to go to class now, and whenever I get back I'll do an update, and that should be right around 8 hours. And yeah, like, so far so good. So let's see.
And this is how the foundation looks close up. It looks like skin. And then my forehead.
Okay guys, so right now it is exactly 9 p.m. When I started applying my foundation earlier today, it was around 1:45, 2 o'clock. So I have literally worn this foundation for about 7 hours now, and it has not oxidized. Like, I am just thrilled about that. I didn't touch my face at all because the main point was to show you guys how it looked after after. So if you have an oily T-zone area or oily skin just in general, then you can kind of see how the foundation held up through a 7-hour wear. And the only place that I applied powder was just on my highlighted areas. And as you can see, it doesn't give you that oily look like most satiny, dewy, luminous foundations would typically give off. So I'm just going to take the butt of my beauty blender just to absorb some of the oily areas. And that is basically it. Like the place here, I applied a shimmer highlight. The bridge of my nose, I applied a shimmer highlight. But I absolutely love the foundation. And another thing that I like about it is that it did not settle into the fine lines around my mouth or my nose. So I really and truly like this foundation, like a lot. Yeah, so you guys should definitely check it out, because I honestly really and truly like this foundation. And I think if you aren't the type of person that, you know, wears a lot of makeup and you just want something just to kind of spruce up your look a little bit without changing the complete texture of your skin, and you want it to mimic more of like your skin, then this is the way to go, because I love the fact that it hasn't oxidized and I've been wearing it for almost 7 hours. Yes. So I will place all details, where to buy it, the links down beneath this video in the description box. Be sure to check that out, because it will give you all the information that you need to know. So until next time, I love you guys. Be you, be beautiful, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
You miss me? I miss all of y'all. All y'all girls standing together like that. I can't take it.